Hello. Today we're going over the next team builder for the draft league. I'm going up against my roommate, so this is kind of a must-win battle for me, which is a little rough because this is a pretty tough matchup. He has an incredibly hyper-aggressive offensive core, which I'm probably going to struggle with just a little bit. On top of that, Volcanion is just a problem that I don't have a great check to. So we'll see how this goes. Also, I beat him in the last championship finals. So yeah, last time we battled, I beat him in the finals. So he's definitely gunning for me. Anyways, starting things off, we have Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn's going to be kind of my main Spidef pivot into Torn. Torn kind of has to be Heat Wave if it wants to be able to hit Ferrothorn or Superpower. We have the Chople Berry for Superpower, and we live Heat Wave just naturally, unless it nasty plots up. And if it nasty plots up, I think that's just game. No, Rotom. We have Rotom. Probably. We'll be fine. Maybe. Torn is a huge problem that I'm definitely worried about. But this is just pretty standard Spidef Ferrothorn. It can take a hit from just about everything. I think the exception is Specs Mystical Fire from Latios. I think that's the only thing that they have that can OHKO me. Could be wrong. I live everything from Lop. I live even a Fire Punch. I live everything from Torn. Oh, no, Fire Move from Volcanion shreds us. So, yeah. But we're Gyro Ball just because he's got 3 very fast Pokemon in Torn, Lop, and Latios. So Gyro Ball's just going to be doing the most damage typically to them. Thought about Body Press, but we're not physically defensively invested. And on top of that, 2 of those 3 things are resisted, so I figured Gyro Ball would be a little bit better. Leech Seed's there for some form of recovery. Stealth Rocks are nice for wearing down Torn, Mamoswine, Latios, Volcanion, just over time. So good chance most of them are Volcanion and Torn are boots at the very least, but it should be able to hopefully put in some work. And Protect is there to scout for choice lock moves on like Latios, on Serena. Those are the main 2 that I expect to be choice locked, so yep. After that, we have Mega Glade. It's a pretty standard offensive Mega Glade. We're speed crept for Mamoswine. The next fastest Pokemon after Mamoswine is Latios, and that's a speed tie, and I kind of expect Latios to be Scarf. If it's not Scarf, then rip. Yeah, but Psycho Cut, Close Combat is just amazing coverage versus his team. He doesn't really have anything to take those 2 moves. With a Sword Stance up, we OHKO everything with rocks. Yeah, like these 3 moves just are perfect coverage. I was debating Shadow Sneak. I may still switch to Shadow Sneak into the battle, but kind of doubt it. Shadow Sneak's really nice for Latios and Torn late game, potentially. But with this HP investment, we live a Hurricane from Timid Torn, which it needs to be to outspeed Mega Glade. So I think we'll probably be fine. Glade's got really good Spidef, so it should be able to take a hit. Should be able to. And KO back. So we do need a Sword Stance for Ice Punch to KO, but I don't think that's too unreasonable against their team. So, yep. After that, we have Crocodile. Crocodile is the Assault Vest set again. I think last time I had Rock Tomb instead of Knockoff, I believe. This time we have Knockoff. I think knocking off just boots in general would be super huge. Earthquake is pretty nice coverage for Volcanion and Weezing. Weezing has a decent chance of being Levitate. I think Levitate makes a lot of sense as compared to Neutralizing Gas, which isn't doing a whole lot unless I brought Swallow. And Misty Surge, which I'm bringing my own Misty Surge, so kind of expecting it to be a set that walls Crocodile. But if we can knock off its item, then we can pivot into Rotom, which kind of walls it. So, yep, Crocodile set, pretty self-explanatory. Intimidate's nice for getting random Intimidates off. It scouts Mamoswine's potential Oblivious. It could be Oblivious or Thick Fat. I think both abilities make a lot of sense in this matchup. I'm kind of leaning towards it being more Thick Fat. So if it's Oblivious, the Intimidate's really nice. If it's Thick Fat, then I have successfully scouted for it being Oblivious, and then Rotom can come in and quick overheats a little bit more freely. There's still a Volcanion there, which, you know, makes it not very free. But, yeah, this is a fun EV spread. Basically, 20-36 with Intimidate means we live everything from Serena except a Power Whip. And Power Whip is a roll. If it's Jolly, it's a 6% roll. If it's Adamant, it's a lot higher. I don't remember what the roll was off the top of my head, but it probably should be Jolly. And if it's Adamant, then why am I keeping my Crocodile in anyways? The Spadef is so that we never get 2-hit KO'd by Scarf Latios. If it's Scarf Modest, we do get KO'd, which is something to think about. It's a roll, but yeah. And the speed is to outspeed Mamoswine. So everything's doing something. The 112 attack is Pursuit, +2 Pursuit, Oko, and Latios. So, yeah. Or, sorry, Pursuit on Latios switching out. It's not +2, but it's basically +2. That's how I calced it. Anyways, yeah, so Crocodile hopefully put in a lot of work this week. We will see. After this, we have Rotom. Rotom is going to be our main pivot to Mamoswine, which, because Mamoswine's a huge threat, its dual stab is almost impossible to switch it on, unless you're a Rotom. In which case, you need to be able to take a Rock Slide, or a Stone Edge, which this Rotom does a somewhat decent job of doing. Where Will-O-Wisp Toxic, basically, since I'm the one controlling terrain, theoretically, he could very easily bring his own terrain. I'll be in control of when status moves can be clicked. Will-O-Wisp is really nice for getting a burn off on Mamo. Toxic is really nice for potentially chipping down Volcanion. And any of his defensive mons. Same with Will-O-Wisp. Overheat is just amazing coverage. Once the Volcanion is dealt with, which is a big if. And Volt Switch is just to get out of there against most Pokemon. Overheat is a clean Oko on Mamoswine if it's no bulk, I believe, and if it's not Thick Fat. The Thick Fat part is really big, so that's why we're Intimidate on Crocodile. We could have been Moxie on Crocodile, but I think scouting for Intimidate is going to be better in the long run. So, yeah, and Boots is just so that way we're taking no hazards. Silvally. Silvally's going to be my main Volcanion switch-in. We're never 3-hit KO'd unless they're an offensive item, which means we should be able to rest spam versus it. Parting Shot's nice for potentially weakening it and bringing in something that can deal with it or scare it out like Rotom. Psychic Fangs is just strong coverage against his team. The only Pokemon that it doesn't hit super effectively is Bronzong, Latios, and Hoopa, I guess. And Morpeko, technically. But I'm not too worried about Morpeko or Hoopa coming, and Bronzong definitely walls me, but we have Parting Shot to deal with that. Yeah, pretty standard. This is kind of what I've been bringing every week, so very defensive Silvally. Offensive Silvally will come eventually. And finally, we have Tapu Fini. It is a Fizdef set. It's meant to take on Lopunny 1v1 and bait in Volcanion. Basically, what I'm thinking is anytime Tapu Fini touches the field, Volcanion is almost certainly going to be switching in. And that's basically just a free Nature's Madness, right? Nature's Madness, dropping its health down to 50% is huge. That's kind of be my main way of dealing with Volcanion, putting it in range of something else. Moonblast is nice, does around 75% to Lop. If it's got investment, it'll be a little bit less. Scald is to try and catch Mamoswine or Torn switching in. Torn can get burned, which is nice. And Taunt is there because of Runerigus and Bronzong and Weezing. And we outspeed all three, unless it's timid Weezing. That's the only time it outspeeds me. Which there's no way he brings timid Weezing, right? Anyways, that's the team. And we're going to get right into the battle. I will see you in a bit. All right, and we are back. Was not expecting Hoopa. There's no Bronzong, which is big. Hoopa can take a +2 Psycho Cut in close combat from Gallade, which is something I need to be aware of. There's no Latios as well. Focus Punch Hoopa's a problem. Which is so funny to say. I'm going to lead Tapu Fini and hopefully chunk that right off the bat. Goes poorly if he leads Serena. Or Weezing. Or Volcanion. So maybe I lead Rotom. There's no ground resist either. There's no Mamoswine. So I think Rotom's actually a better lead. There's not much that threatens it immediately. If you lead Lop, I'll hard switch into Tapu Fini. Actually, if they lead Lop, no, there's no reason to risk Crocodile right off the bat. Nice, and we'll just Volt Switch. You don't have anything that wants to take a Volt Switch. I will laugh if Volcanion is Weakness Policy. Weakness Policy Volcanion is something that I thought of and didn't prep for. Alright. Expected. He doesn't have Stealth Rocks. There are no Rock Setters. He has Toxic Spikes, potentially. So Boots were kind of a waste on Rotom. It's a little unfortunate. That U-turn did 5. What are you going into? Like, I feel like you have to go into Weezing. I think Weezing's the only play that makes sense. Everything else is going to get decently chunked. Serena risks an Overheat. Or even a Will-O-Wisp, right? Or Toxic. Yep, Weezing. And it is neutralizing gas. That's not the ability I was expecting. I mean, that means I can go into Krook, right? I want to click Knockoff and try and catch the Torn. Or Earthquake. If he goes Torn, fair enough. Yeah, I can't risk Crocodile getting chipped. I need Crocodile to be able to trap Hoopa late game. Do you live with Shukaberry? There's no way. Weezing. It just lives if it's max Fizz Def. Ooh. Like, it's not even a roll. It just lives if it's max Fizz Def. Yep, that's max Fizz Def. Is that pursuit range? No, it's not. It is knockoff range, though, so we'll take that. That's fine. Give me some chip on Torn and your item. Heavy duty boots makes sense. And we will... I really want to go Ferrothorn and just chip it a little bit on a U-turn. But that's unnecessarily risky. I'll go into Rotom. He doesn't have a good way of dealing with Rotom. Yeah. Like, theoretically, Weezing comes out. That's free Volt Switch, and I can bring probably Ferrothorn in, honestly. Hoopa's interesting. I'm curious what he's wanting to do with Hoopa. Alright, I'm gonna Toxic. Is Toxicking better? I think I just go hard Savali. Yeah, we're gonna go hard Savali. That's the plan. Beautiful, that did nothing. And, we outspeed Wheezing, theoretically, so we'll just Toxic. Getting a Poison off on anything is huge. Like Torn or Volcanion or Serena. No burn. SMH in my head. I wouldn't have minded burn, honestly. Like, with rest, I think that would have been fine. I think. I'm curious what item that is, though. I'm assuming it's boots. Ooh, gave me the burn. Or the poison, excuse me. That did 24. I should rest, right? Who gets invited if I rest? We're actually faster, so no. We Psychic Fangs first. Okay, it was Rocky Helmet. Red Chip's actually kind of annoying, but we're faster than Volcanion, so that means we can rest up on it. Rio Fini. Like, I believe we're never 2-hit KO'd by Thunder Punch. Or Return. I think Return's stronger. Yeah, never. Beautiful. And we get an Nature's Madness off on Volcanion coming in. I think there's no way you go into... That crit's actually kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. Beautiful. And we go into Savali, and we can rest. No, we can't. Oh, I'm an idiot. I was thinking too fast. Well, this is awkward. Crew gets a KO, though. I can't believe I just did that. That's so unfortunate. I cannot believe I just did that. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. That's a very nice crit. But we can just go back into Rotom, I think. Actually, do I go Ferrothorn? No, because Volcanion doesn't die. And we don't have our main pivot to Volcanion. I cannot believe I just did that. We'll go Rotom. If Lop comes in, we go Ferrothorn, I think. Serena's almost in a position to sweep me. I'm gonna Volt Switch you. Theoretically, we're slower? I'm kind of expecting Scarf. Okay. We were not slower. It's not clicking Focus Punch, though. Let me double check that. Focus Blast does not KO Krookodile. It does KO Krookodile. Blows Krookodile away. I do think I need to go Krookodile, though. Sub. That's a bit annoying. It's definitely Sub Punch. But I don't think I have a better play. Which is unfortunate. We'll just knock off. It's not Sub Punch. Is it Focus Blast? Oh. Gimme. No Sub Punch? That's, interesting that you're just giving me Hoopa. Thank you. Thank you. Very kind of you. Thank you for the generous donation. I don't think I need Krookodile anymore. So I think I just sack it for whatever comes in. We will attempt to Earthquake. Out of curiosity, how much is Gallade taking from Megalop? I don't think I'd go Mega Gallade. But it is taking return decently well. Mega Gallade invites Volcanion, then he goes Torn, gets a free Hurricane, which we do live. So maybe that's the play. Yeah, I like that play actually. I still cannot get over that Savali play. I just stopped thinking about it. Staying in? Ooh. That was smart. I forgot about U-turn. We're definitely in Hurricane range now. Yeah, it's doing 84 min if he's offensive. If he is defensive, is doing 80 max. So it's like a 50-50 roll. Lovely. How much HP are we at? We are at 246. %56 chance to Oko if he's defensive. That's annoying. I completely forgot about U-turn. We'll see what comes out. I don't think I need... No, I do need Feeny. Feeny can take return, right? How much did return do to Feeny? It was right before the Steam Eruption, right? $35, okay. So Feeny is a roll to live, too. If we can get 2 turns of leftovers, then it's not a roll. If they go Torn, I have to go Rotom. If they go Serena, I think I also have to... No, I go Ferrothorn here. Would be nice to scout your item. Do I live a Power Whip? We got HP. We do live a Power Whip, and CC does a chunk and a half. Is that worth staying in? We live if he's Scarf is what I'm trying to say. Not if it's Adamant Scarf. Adamant Scarf KOs. I think I have to go Ferrothorn. We still have Chople Berry, so it's not the end of the world. We'll live at HJK. We could also go Rotom and Overheat. Iron Barb is nice for keeping around for Lop. And Torn as well, since he's spamming U-turn. We're gonna Ice Punch, scout what item he is. That's fine. That freeze sucks. I am so sorry. I'm really sorry, Ben. but we're gonna make the most of it. That freeze absolutely sucks. Since he wasn't Scarf, I'm imagining he was Adamant, which Power Whip is definitely a roll to KO then. It's a 12.5% chance to roll, or 12.5% chance to KO. But I don't think I need Glade anymore, so we're just gonna Ice Punch. I'm so sorry. That's a... Yeah, I definitely got lucky this match. I mean, Hurricane's supposed to miss, but the freeze is really unfortunate. We're in close combat. Yeah, I was pretty sure we lived the return as well. GG. I'm so sorry, Ben. I definitely didn't want to win through hacks. But it is what it is, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm sure we'll battle again in playoffs, so you can hacks me then. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody, and stay tuned for the next battle.